Dr. Wayne Edwards would say. Then we have a guest, Mrs. Shubhra Goswami. Then Dr. Kusumita Peterson. And if there is somebody else want to say a few words, you can. But let me just tell you, at least for the record, that we have three of our board members are here. Mr. Pradeep Dasgupta is sitting in the back, and Shefali, Dr. Shefali Dastidar is busy back there, and I am one of those. Dr. Tom Lilly is SUNY professor. He is at a conference today. And Dr. Rudranath Talukdar of Texas, he is in India now. And Mr. Dilip Nath, he is supposed to be here, but I don't see him. And then we have a lot of volunteers, people who have worked hard, very hard, like Mr. Khurshidul Islam. We have our intern, Radvir Kak. She did a very wonderful project and did a, she even interviewed to Sikh Gurudwara, which is Sikh temple, and interviewed Sikh refugees who fled from Pakistan to India. And we have also, last couple of years, we have survived with sponsors from individuals, which included, and also this year we have already received a couple of sponsors, which included, of course, Mr. Pradeep Dasgupta and Shubhra Goswami. As you'll see, I'll come to that later. At the end of this journal we are producing for last 3 years. Now, to raise funds, we are doing, sponsors in the back, full page, half page, and whatnot, and that's how we are surviving. What we also do is that we have, as Shua mentioned, we have an oral history. Now, people are based on our work. Large universities are doing their work. Actually, recently, Princeton University sent somebody, went to Bangladesh and did some work. And then we have somebody from Columbia University who has done an audio diary on us and put it on YouTube. We didn't even know he did it. He interviewed us. Then we have from Claremont University, then we have people from NYU, from Harvard, they have all contacted us. So, and Delhi University, somebody is doing some, We are doing annual conferences here. Please join our conference on October 18. On the back, we have conference announcement. Please pick up one. We have newsletter. Please pick up one. We have actually Dr. Wayne Edwards. His office is also sponsoring us. One page here. Oh, as I should have mentioned, Joita gave us the largest donation. She gave a $3,000 check for largest donation. Thank you, Joita. And this year also she gave a big check. So we are very, we produce 2 half-yearly newsletters. It goes out by mail, and then we put it onto YouTube. And then we have been producing journals here. We have this year journal we'll be releasing on the day of the conference. We have received already articles from the United States, from India, from Bangladesh, and from Pakistan. So people have heard about us. We are very proud that people are sharing their thoughts, sharing their ideas. We also have what we are calling partition library. Actually, some of the partition related books we have, not just these 2, there are more, but we do not have funds to buy more shelves. But some of the books we have, actually very few libraries have in the world. CUNY wanted to buy it, but I didn't sell it. So because, So we also have tried, actually on the back, do you have time for 5 minutes? Go in the next room, we call it one room museum. You will see somebody, including somebody gave a story, history of our families, almost 30 generations in Bangladesh, but because of partition, very few of those families are there. We have documents from, actually my mother gave, when which was a big deal. The governor of Bengal province writes to her, deputy governor, because she stood first in an exam in 1920. And as she was going into that school, as she was moving up, the school was adding a class. So we need volunteers. If there is anybody who can volunteer at least for 3 hours a week, please do let us know. We thank Rajveer for doing, she used to come hang up, not only work, I found out, these three were doing other things. We were even cooking lunch together. That was nice, you know. So we need funding. Please let us know if you know of anybody who can help us raise some funds. We are thinking of this space using for regular meetings on a regular basis. There is somebody who had volunteered last year, but somehow she was supposed to be here, is not here, so I'm not going to name the name. But if somebody can hold this thing, we can have regular meetings, even music program and things like that. We welcome your ideas. Please share with others what we are doing. We want to thank SUNY Old Westbury for supporting us in the past. They gave us an office until 1 year ago. And Mr. Ashok Karmakar for hosting us for 6 months last year when we had to move from Old Westbury to his office close by. And then we moved here in January. We have a really lot of free books, if you like, actually old books. That means we are not using it. We don't have a place to keep. Right behind Shubra, there is a rack. Please pick up a few of those. Like it's the census books of India and Bangladesh and Pakistan. And after this, we'll be having some snacks they're making, and we'll be doing. Please stay for it. But let me give you something unrelated. All of a sudden, I just thought, I do not give up hope, and it is that things are possible. All of a sudden, this is a book produced called Hindu Temples of Bangladesh. Bangladesh is a Muslim majority, but 400 years ago it's all Hindu. In 400 years it changed very quickly. But what it is, unknowingly, Bangladesh is called that this is a revolution that I created. And this temple, 1990 and it's 300-year-old temple. 1990 and 1992, there were two anti-Hindu pogroms in Bangladesh. They wanted to tear down the temple. But anyway, they didn't. The deities were damaged, destroyed. So when I went there, the local folks asked me to save it. Now, so I wrote to the government, I want to build, just repair it if they would allow me. They didn't respond. But then I wrote from the district magistrate, then to the minister, then to the chief minister, then to the president. Finally, one fine morning, actually this is framed in my office, I get a letter from Bangladesh embassy saying your temple is being repaired. So it is saved there, and then there was a report here that the temple is being saved. So it was saved, and now it is one of the historic places that United Nations have included. It's a big building. By the way, accidentally, not by planning, after Shefali and I visited Pakistan 6-7 years ago in Peshawar, which is the headquarters of Taliban. There, one journalist, Muslim of course, he comes and says, I want your help to save a pre-Islamic temple. Supposedly Buddha had even gone there, called Gaur Khatri Mandir, Shiva Mandir. Indeed, it was saved. So finally, he asked me some letters to write. I wrote, and then one fine morning, he sends me an email, sir, they're already repairing it. And then 2011, they gave the key. Actually, there was a Muslim lawyer, Iqbal. The guy who asked me, his name is Imam. And the other lawyer was Iqbal, who helped for the Hindus. So on 2011 September, they gave the key to Leela Devi, a Hindu, one of the poor Hindus of the temple. And 2011 Diwali was the first Diwali since 1947 celebrated. And there was a big poster throughout the town. Somebody sent me even those pictures saying this can be done. So don't give up. So there are good people everywhere. Thank you. Come. This is our